Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Listen, these days you're getting a video every single day, but I love it, man. I can't complain. There's always something happening in football. There's a result, there's a transfer, there's breaking news. So that means I get to sit here every single day and chat to you guys about football, man. Listen, what more can I ask for? This is what I like. You know, there's a tournament around the corner, the Club World Cup. Then there's friendlies, straight into the new season. You'll get some other content along the way. Listen, this summer is looking sweet. But listen, if you haven't already, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. You're helping the channel massively by doing these things for me, by the way. You're helping the channel and the video, getting pushed to the right people. It's something small, but it means a lot. So please go ahead and share, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But listen, you've seen the thumbnail. You've seen the title. Big boys do big boy things. Big clubs do big club things. And it's been confirmed by the journos, the big journos, the top tier journos. Dean Huijsen is moving to Real Madrid from AFC Bournemouth. It's been confirmed Real Madrid are going to trigger the release clause, which in euros is 58 million, which is round about 50 million pounds. And Dean Huijsen is leaving the Premier League to go to Real Madrid after just one season. One season is all it took for Dean Huijsen to move to Real Madrid. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And you can't say that it's not deserved because he's been absolutely fantastic. Dean Huijsen has been one of those players that everyone has been watching in the Premier League. And I don't think, as a neutral fan, even if you don't support Bournemouth, no matter who you support actually, you can't look at Dean Huijsen and say, yeah, he's not a good centre-back. 20 years of age, 6'5", and a threat in the air, especially on set pieces. We've seen it. 3 goals in the Premier League this season. One of them was against Arsenal a couple of weeks ago. One of them was against Man United, and one of them was against Tottenham. The one against Arsenal, throw-in. The one against Tottenham, corner. The one against Man United, corner. So that already tells you he can be a threat from set pieces if you make sure he's at the right place at the right time and you put in a decent cross, which I believe Real Madrid can do. Now, we're going to dive into this transfer a little bit. Dean Huijsen obviously was at Juventus at the academy, and I think Juventus are the biggest losers in this deal. Roma not so much because they only had him on loan, but Juventus have to be the biggest losers in this deal. How on earth they didn't manage to keep such a big talent is beyond me. I just don't understand. He's everything that you want when it comes to modern day centre-backs. You want a centre-back that's good on the ball? Dean Huijsen is just that. You want someone that can drive out from defence into midfield, deep into the opposition's half, and then spray passes to others or even score, which is exactly what happened at Roma. I've just explained to you and described to you the goal, the ridiculous goal he scored when he was at Roma. He can do all of that. And on top of that, he's a threat going forward on set pieces. Put in a long throw in, he's there. Put in a decent cross from a set piece, from a free kick outside the area, he's there. Put in a decent cross from corners, he's there. So he has everything that you would want as a manager from a modern day centre-back. And again, he's only 20 years of age, but I don't want to focus too much on the age because his ability speaks for himself, you know? But the fact that he's 20 years of age just tells you how much more he can give and how many more years he's got in his career. He's got at least 10 to 15 more years at the top of this game. And he signed a deal at Real Madrid until 2030. So Real Madrid are in the process of sorting out their centre-back issue. Now, this is a very good move by Real Madrid, by the way. A day after Barcelona got announced as La Liga champions, Real Madrid conduct their business and they went, let's fix that problem. And that's one thing I like about Real Madrid. More often than not, when they want a player, they go and get that player. It doesn't matter whether it takes a week to negotiate, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Well, recently they've had the luck to sign a lot of players on a free. But when it comes to this signing as well, it's only been announced a couple of days ago that Real Madrid were interested, like properly interested. And in a matter of days, it didn't have to take a week. Bang, 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 done deal. And all of the top journals are reporting about it. That's how you conduct business. And that's why I said, big clubs do big boy things. And this is what Madrid does. Now, I did mention that Madrid needed to sort out their centre-back issue, which has been a huge problem this season. Unfortunately, they've been met with a lot of injuries when it comes to centre-back. Even their most reliable one, Rudiger. Obviously, he wasn't out for as long as the other ones that I'm going to name, but it has been an issue to the point where they had to promote a young centre-back from the academy, from Real Madrid Castilla, in Raúl Asensio, who has been fantastic, by the way, this whole season. The fact that he came through the ranks, played in the reserve team, and then was called up to the first team to actually replace some of the centre-backs that were out through injury and maintained his place, maintained his spot in the first team and played well. Listen, you've got to give him credit. And for me, if there was a tournament around the corner this year, listen, call him up. By the way, actually, there is a tournament around the corner because the Nations League, I think Spain are still in it. Spain are still in the Nations League. So, listen, De La Fuente, I am almost 95% sure that Raúl Asensio is going to be called up. And that is down to him doing fantastic. But back to the centre-back issue at Real Madrid. Eder Militão came back from a horrible ACL injury, but then unfortunately got another ACL injury. David Alaba was out for a long, long time, ACL as well, came back, but then another injury, another setback. So all of that kind of messed up Real Madrid's plans, you know. Going forward, they were doing the business. They were scoring goals, this, that, and the other, but they also conceded a lot of goals. And that is due to their defense, half of their defense being out, 3/4 even, you know, because Militão was out, came back, was injured again. Alaba, same thing, was out, came back, injured again. Obviously, Carvajal had that horrible injury, out for the season. We don't know when he's coming back, but obviously they've replaced him with Trent Alexander-Arnold now. So, you know, they had to make some signings. That had to be the area they needed to address. And I think, unofficially, Xabi Alonso has been pulling strings behind the scenes. And before he's even announced as the new Real Madrid manager, because we know that Xabi Alonso is going to replace Ancelotti, who's going to be managing Brazil, it's a great first signing. It's a great first move. Well, actually, not the first signing. Second, let's say. Well, all of that's not been officially announced by the club, but the top tier journals have done the work already. We know what's happening. But you get my point. I think that's a great, great signing. You know, I think Xabi Alonso will be relishing the chance of working together with Dean Huijsen. Now, Dean Huijsen himself has been in a bit of, I'm not going to say controversy, but something along those lines, because obviously he plays for Spain, but he's got a Dutch name, obviously, Dean Huijsen. And he played for Spain against Holland, in Amsterdam. You can imagine what that was like. And obviously when he played and he came onto the pitch, the whistles throughout the whole stadium. But as he said in an interview, it didn't really bother him. And I like that mentality, you know, because as a 20-year-old, when something like that happens, you can easily let that get to your head and it can easily destabilize you. It can easily throw you off your game. But no, Dean Huijsen just remains calm. And I did a bit of research on him, and his Spanish is absolutely fantastic, but obviously that's due to him growing up in Spain. So I think that's a logical choice. I do not think he has made a bad choice of not playing for Holland. Because, listen, we all know Ronald Koeman, he can be a funny guy, you know, when it comes to selections. So I would not be surprised if Dean Huijsen would have not played for Holland, because Ronald Koeman is in charge. But anyway, he's made a perfect choice of playing for Spain. And I think he should be. Him and Raúl Asensio, to be fair, there's Inigo Martinez as well. But see, that just shows you the abundance in riches when it comes to centre-backs for Spain. It just shows you they're very, very good at the moment when it comes to centre-backs. So But if it was up to me, I would start a centre-back partnership of Dean Huijsen and, I was going to say De La Fuente, Dean Huijsen and Raúl Asensio. So, listen, I think this is a perfect, good first signing in terms of the back four. Real Madrid needed something fresh, needed something new. Not dissing Rudiger here by any means, but I'm saying they needed a new injection of new talent, young, new talent. You know, Rudiger's not getting any younger. Militao is not getting any younger. We don't know how he's going to come back. We don't know if he's going to be the same. Alaba, we don't know if he's going to be the same coming back from his injury. So they needed a new signing in there. And I actually believe Real Madrid will make another centre-back signing because they need cover for those two spots. They need it, you know. So, yeah, apparently Dean Huijsen is in London now, completing the first part of his medical because Real Madrid want him. They want to announce him formally before the Club World Cup so that Dean Huijsen can travel with the team, which is the same issue with Trent Alexander-Arnold. They want to announce him as early as possible because they want him to travel with the team to the Club World Cup. And listen, Real Madrid travel to the World Cup. Real Madrid travel to the Club World Cup with that team and those two new signings at the back, Dean Huijsen, Trent. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, it's looking like a revived team with some new, fresh talent in there. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think this is a brilliant signing from Real Madrid. I think this is an amazing, amazing signing from Xabi Alonso to be pulling strings behind the scenes before he's even announced as the new Real Madrid manager. And I think them two are going to be working together perfectly. You know, remains to be seen what system is going to be. We don't know yet. But I think this is going to be a very good signing for Real Madrid in the years to come. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know, is this a good signing? Is this not a good signing for Madrid? Madrid fans, if you're in the comments, let me know what you think. And yeah, if you made it till the end of this video, type in Dean Huijsen with a Spanish flag. Let me see the Spanish flags in the comments. Dean Huijsen, Spanish flag. Anyway, people, it's road to 20K. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.